Welcome back, you guys. We're going to go out detecting this week and find some things. Hopefully find a little bit of silver, maybe even some gold and some relics. But you just never know. That's how this hobby goes. Let's go straight to day number one. Well, good morning, folks. It's a nice Sunday morning today. I just got my very first signal and I just popped it out. And it's something a little different. I just got a weird token. Apple Blossom. It's got a phone number there. And then on the back it says no cash value, so kind of a strange little token. I've never found one of these. I do like finding tokens. I like the older ones, but I'll take this one. I'll have to look that up. I have no idea what that is. Apple Blossom. I don't know if that's like some sort of orchard or what that is. So, not a bad find. We'll take it. Let's keep hunting, you guys. Well, folks, this is about my fourth or fifth coin I just found this morning. And this is how you start the morning right. I just popped out a penny dime signal, and I think we've got ourselves a mercury dime. Looks like it's a little worn. It might be an older one. So if you give me just a minute, we'll get this cleaned up, spray it down with some water, and figure out exactly what we have. That is awesome. I am so happy. That is a good find. Well, she cleaned up great. That is a good looking little mercury dime. I put a little bit of water on her and she cleaned up without any problem. Looks like we have a 1928. It's a good year for it. No mint, so it's a Philadelphia, but that is a sweet little coin. That is a good way to start the morning. All right, you guys, we got silver for the day. Let's go find something else kind of cool. Well, I'm sure you guys find lots of these. I find lots of them myself. This is about the fourth or fifth one today. And unfortunately, all the ones I've dug today have been under 6 inches, so they're a little annoying to find, but thankfully we got some silver so far today. Let's keep on. Well, this is a little different. I just got a huge copper signal, and sure enough, there it is. Some sort of spigot. I find a lot of these when I'm out hunting. I find a couple of them a year, I guess I should say. But yeah, it's another thing I can clean at home a little bit and throw in the scrap bucket. So a couple ounces of copper or brass, so not a bad thing to find. Well, you guys, I'm hopeful this is an indicator that I'm going to be finding a little bit more silver today. I've been digging some coins from the 1960s at about 6 or 7 inches. And like you can see here, I just popped a 1967 clad quarter out of the ground. And usually that's a pretty good indicator that parts of this area haven't been touched. And who knows, I might find some coins that are just a little bit earlier and will be silver. So let's keep hunting and hopefully we'll find something. Well, this is kind of the scourge of silver half-dollar and dollar signals for me. Very often I'll get a 89 to 92 signal on my machine, which is awesome, and it's tight and it sounds great. And then you dig something like that up, a big piece of aluminum. So I find a lot of this, and I'm sure you guys have too. It's very disappointing, but that's how you find the good stuff. You just keep digging. Well, for about the last hour, I found almost nothing but pennies and dimes. But here's some just a little different, at least. It's something to break up the monotony of finding American coinage. I just dug up a 1987 Canadian penny. So I rang up like a copper penny, because it is, obviously. But yeah, just something a little different. I'm happy to find something not American every once in a while. Here in the Midwest, we don't find them too often, but I'm sure up north, they're a very common find. So let's get back at it. Well, this thing was about 8 inches down. I thought for sure I was going to have a silver coin or something, but it was down in the gravel, and it's just a Dr. Pepper cap. It's kind of a different one though. I've never found one quite like this. You see the 10, 2, and 4 kind of stuff and different yellow Dr. Pepper caps, but this one's kind of different. Play Pepper Payday. So I'm sure that's some sort of promotional ad from the 80s or the 70s maybe. So a little different. I'll take it. Well, you guys, I don't know what I just found. One of the coins that I still have not found on my bucket list is a peace dollar, and I just got an 86 signal, which is a quarter, but this looks like a peace dollar, so I don't know what I have here. What the hell? Well, it's not a peace dollar, I can tell you that right now, because it's two-headed, whatever this is. It's also not terribly heavy. It's heavier than aluminum, I think, but lighter than silver. So I don't know what I just found. Let me clean this up a little bit and we'll take a closer look. It's obviously some sort of double-headed counterfeit novelty something or other. I don't know. Let me clean it up and we'll take a closer look. Well, this is certainly different. I don't know that it falls in the category of counterfeit. I've never found a counterfeit coin, and I don't think this counts. This probably falls into the category of novelty, whatever this is. It's a two-sided peace dollar. It's obviously not made by the U.S. Mint. It's some sort of novelty item, but wow, that's certainly different. Had me going there for a second. I saw this big silver-looking coin, and I thought I may have had my first peace dollar. I've dug 3 Morgans in my career, but never one of these. So I'll certainly take it. I love finding different stuff, kind of weird stuff, but it's not exactly what I was hoping for. All day I've been digging copper pennies and dimes and the occasional quarter, but I just finally found my first Wheatie. It's a 1952D, and believe it or not, it was actually sitting in the grass. It was just below the grass layer. So it hadn't been there very long, but I'm happy to have found my first wheat penny for the day. It's almost unbelievable that I haven't found one with the number of copper pennies I found. And I've dug throughout the morning, but there it is. That's our first Wheatie. So I'm happy with that. Let's keep on. Well, I just had one of my better signals for the day. A tight little 85 signal way down there. I dug about 8 or 9 inches down, and I thought for sure I'd be digging up a silver coin, but actually I got the D. I got a D buckle. So that's all right. Nothing terribly special, but it's obviously got some age to it. Kind of cool. Let's keep on. All right, you guys, let's go on to day number 2 of detecting. Well, here was my first find for the day. Unfortunately, I had to dig through gravel to get it, but it looks like the remnants of a little compact. So it's got some age to it. Like I said, I pretty much had to tear it out of the ground, so it didn't come out looking very good, but it's kind of different. I'm glad it's got some age to it, and we can probably identify it. So let's keep on, you guys. Well, this was my second find for the morning, a 1980 copper penny. But I just found my third find, and I'm not sure what I got. I'm pretty sure it's not silver. I just popped it out of the ground and saw that, and it's some sort of coin, aluminum coin, I believe. I'm not sure what country it might be, 5 colonas or something like that. Give me just a moment, I'll clean it up and we'll get a better look at whatever kind of coin this is. Thankfully, we do have a positive identification on this coin. It's a Costa Rican coin of some sort. So I don't know that I've ever found a coin from Costa Rica. It is aluminum. It's very lightweight. I thought at first it was probably going to be a token, but I'll take that. It's kind of neat. It's always fun finding something different. Well, we've had a good start to our morning. Let's keep hunting, you guys. Well, no hunt is complete without one of these. I just got myself another key. Looks like a house key. So some poor person years ago went home and realized they didn't have their key and had to find another way to get in the house. So we'll take it. Let's keep hunting. Well, I just got a quarter signal and popped it out of the ground, and I was pleasantly surprised. I just got a presidential dollar coin. Looks like Thomas Jefferson. I will gladly take that. It's so much easier than digging up 100 pennies. So, not a bad thing to find. Let's keep hunting. Well, you guys, as I've mentioned before, I actually find a lot of drug paraphernalia, and I just popped this out of the ground, and I know what that is exactly. It's what they call a bat. So, it's a little marijuana pipe that's been sitting out here for a while. This will be disposed of properly, but like I said, I find a lot of drug paraphernalia. So you'd have a bat and a box, is my knowledge. So yeah, interesting. It's made to look like a cigarette, obviously. So we'll take care of that and get rid of it. So let's keep on. Well, this is pretty sweet. I just got a big quarter signal, and sitting literally on top of the ground, we got ourselves another dollar coin of some sort. I think you can see the Statue of Liberty there. Let's see which president is on this one. George Washington. That's pretty sweet. I will take another dollar. You can almost buy half a gallon of gas with that. Well, I guess you can actually, so that'll pay for my gas to get over here. That's awesome. Let's keep hunting. This is a bizarre quarter signal I just popped out of the ground. Looks like we have a Pontiac emblem of some sort. Not sure where that would go on a vehicle, but kind of different. I'm happy to take it. I find quite a few car badges and automobile related items, but I don't know that I've ever found a Pontiac emblem like this. So let's keep on. Well, how about another key for the day? This is another one. Looks like another house key. It's really cool too. It's got all them flames on it. So another person went home and couldn't get in their house, fortunately. So let's keep on, you guys. Here's another smoking device. These have become increasingly more common in the last year or two. Some sort of e-cigarette. I found 4 or 5 of these in just the last year, so very common now. Everybody's e-cigging. So these typically ring up like a quarter, and they have some sort of what I assume is lithium battery in them or something like that. So all right, let's keep on. This is another bizarre kind of find. I just got a pretty much perfect quarter signal, and I popped out a bag, a plastic bag, and I've been ripping away at it and trying to get to it, and there's a quarter in this bag. So kind of unusual. Someone decided to package that up and then they lost it, I guess. I don't know. It's not a very old quarter. It looks like 2010 or something like that, but very strange. No idea. I thought I was digging a dollar here. Turns out it's not. Looks like it's a broken top, if I had to guess. It's probably made of aluminum. That's another bizarre find. It's a big old thing that was sitting right there in the ground, just about an inch or two down. Yeah, like I've always said, you just never know. You find lots of bizarre stuff in this hobby. And like I said, I thought I was digging a silver dollar. Ring up as a 91 on my Fisher Gold Bug. So let's get back at it. This is kind of strange. I just dug this up and I was about to throw it in my bag thinking it was just a random piece of steel or some sort of metal. And it might still be that. But I turned it over and it's actually got something stamped on the back. Kraft Manufacturing Company, Chicago, stainless steel. I'm thinking that might be like a little dish for like a kid to play with. Something like that. That's kind of neat actually. It's a little stainless steel plate. Not sure how old it would be, but certainly different. Rang up like a big silver dollar on my machine for some reason. But yeah, I'm thinking that's a kid's toy of some sort. A little plate, little stainless steel plate. Kind of neat. Let's get back at it. This was a big, ugly target. Actually rang up pretty well. This rang up like a half dollar. But I had to dig about 12 inches to find this object, whatever it is. It's copper or brass, and I think it's in the shape of like a tulip. It's obviously kind of a flower design, but I really have no idea what that would be. Unfortunately, it's crushed. If you guys have any idea what that might be, please let me know. It's obviously got some age to it, so kind of neat. Not sure though. It's now day number 3, so let's get out there, dig some signals, and find some cool stuff. Well, I've been hunting for just a couple minutes now, and I found a quarter and a dime, and I just dug this up. It's a bling ring. It's a 2-finger ring. I've never found one of those before. It's pretty cheap, but kind of funny. Some cool guy, I think, probably lost that. So let's keep hunting and find something cool, something actually worth something. So. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just found something I've never found before. I just got a signal just below the grass layer, and I found a full inhaler. If you can believe that. I found these cartridges before, but I've never found the whole thing. So that's kind of funny. Oh my gosh. You just never know what you're gonna find. Kind of neat. Let's keep hunting. How bizarre. So I just popped a Missouri State quarter out of the ground, and I think now would be a good time to highlight a find that I had over a decade ago that kind of discusses the history of this coin, kind of the forgotten history, especially when we're discussing native Missourians and people that were instrumental in the design of this quarter. So let's take a quick look at something out of the collection. So like I mentioned, you guys, let's take a look at something really strange out of my collection that my dad and I actually found in some wood chips about 10 years ago. And kind of tells a really interesting story that's forgotten for the Missouri State quarter. Believe it or not, this is actually the quarter in question. It's just a 1983 quarter. But if you turn it over, it's got a sticker on the back, which is kind of bizarre. This is something that was placed on the quarters back in 2002 or 2003. We had an artist here in Missouri by the name of Paul Jackson that designed or submitted a design for the Missouri State quarter. And it was approved by the governor at the time. And that design was sent off to the mint. And the mint apparently said that it wouldn't work and that they needed to redesign it. And so they actually came out with this design over here. This is the official Missouri quarter design. And they wouldn't give Paul Jackson credit for his design, believe it or not. And so what Paul Jackson apparently did is he got in contact with someone that was a designer and actually printed off several thousand or 100,000 stickers and applied it to the back of the quarters at the time and handed them out. I guess it was just kind of a show of force to the government at the time. Here's actually a non-dug example from my own collection. These things used to circulate. I haven't seen one in a long time. But again, it's kind of a bizarre history. A lot of people have forgotten that. Even today, I guess the U.S. Mint doesn't acknowledge that Paul Jackson submitted a design. Again, this is his original design. And then this is the design that the U.S. Mint eventually used. So it's a little bit different. But I just thought I would mention that. It's kind of a bizarre piece of history that most people don't know about. Let's get back to digging and find some other stuff. Well, she was about 4 inches down, but I just got a weedie for the morning. It's like a 1944D, if I'm not mistaken. She cleaned up pretty well, but she was in some pretty ugly soil when I just popped her out of the ground. So, not a bad little find. I will certainly take a weedie. I've had terrible luck these last few weeks finding weedies, and it's nice to pop 1 or 2 out of the ground. Let's keep on. I've just been digging up clad for the last, hour and a half, so I haven't found anything terribly special. I thought I would at least show this. I just got a big penny dime signal and dug up a huge piece of lead. It's got to be 2 or 3 ounces of lead, so I'll take that home, clean it up, and recycle it. So, all right, let's keep hunting around and hopefully find a little piece of silver today. That's what I'd really like to find. Just got my second weedie for the day. I think it's a 1945D, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't very deep. It was about 2 inches down, but I will certainly take that. Haven't found any silver today. Found a lot of clad and some trash, but no silver as of yet. So let's keep hunting. Maybe we'll find something. You just never know. Obviously, we're finding coins old enough, but not the right denomination. So let's keep hunting. It's certainly nothing special, but at least it breaks up the monotony of digging up just handfuls of clad today. I've dug up so many copper pennies, dimes, and quarters, which I don't mind. I like finding money, but just to find something different is nice. So I got myself a token finally. Not too bad. No cash value. Let's keep hunting. Well, I just got my oldest coin for the day. It's hard to read, but it's a 1926 wheat penny. So I will certainly take that. It's in not the best of shape. I kind of had to rub on it just to get the date off because I was curious. I knew it was probably not going to be a key date or anything like that, but yeah, it's not so bad. Anytime you can get back into the 30s or 20s, I consider that a decent day. So I'm just about done for the morning. I'm getting kind of tired, but I'm still holding out that I might find a piece of silver. Let's keep hunting though. Well, wouldn't you know it? I'm right at the end of my hunt, and I found something that I almost have to find every time I go out detecting. I got a key. Looks like a broken house key. So probably got smashed by the lawnmower. Well, we just completed a week of digging, and I got everything out so we can take a look at it. And I just got off work and got some time to go over the board. So let's take a look and see what we found. I had a pretty successful week. Found a lot of change this week. But before we look at all the good stuff, let's take a look at the trash. Found plenty of that. As you guys know, I like to not only take home the stuff that I dig up, but anything that I happen to find while I'm out detecting. Find a lot of liquor containers and just random junk. So if you're out detecting, please take as much crap as you can with you. But you also get to take home some cool stuff. So let's take a look at the board and see everything that I found. Found a lot of copper pennies here, as you can see. We got two whole rows of copper pennies. We got a whole row of dimes, and then a large row of quarters. And over here I've got everything cataloged so we can take a quick look and see what we found. In total, I found myself 4 wheat pennies, 208 copper pennies, 145 clad dimes, 92 quarters, 5 nickels, $2 coins, and the total for all that was $41.87. And for about 15 hours of work, I made about $2.79 an hour. So I didn't get rich doing this. This is just a hobby, but that's not bad at all. I had actually a pretty successful week. So let's get back over here and take a look at everything. Like I said, here is all the change that we found for the week. Here are the nickels that I found. Over here we found a little bit of scrap. Found a couple pieces of brass. There's another piece of brass, a copper pipe of some sort. There's that faucet piece, some sort of electrical fitting. This big piece of lead that I dug out of the ground. Like I said earlier, I will scrap that and get it recycled. We found ourselves 2.5 keys, which is not too bad. Got this big old, whatever it is, some sort of floral, I think decorative piece of some sort. I don't know if that came off of a piece of furniture or some sort of garden piece. I'm not sure, but kind of neat. What else we got here? We got a Pepsi top, a few odds and ends, a button that has some sort of metal in it. The White Collection, whatever that is. A dog tag, an animal tag. There's that Costa Rican coin from 2008, 5 colones. Here are the 4 wheat pennies we found. 1945, 44, what are the other ones? A 26. And a 52. That one looks pretty good. A Canadian penny. Our $2 coins, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson. There's that kind of unusual token that I found earlier in the week. I think it's for some sort of like ski resort, if you can believe that. That they have a ranch there as well, or something like that. I did look it up. There's that other token we found this week. No cash value. Here's that bling ring they got. Certainly different. Not going to be worth anything. A stainless steel plate that I think might be for a child. Just a guess, but that's what I'm thinking probably. Kind of neat. Some other bottle caps, Mountain Dew, Dr. Pepper, a D-buckle. I did get a bullet this week as well. I think it's a little 9mm. Little brass fitting that might be for drug use. Could be wrong on that, but I suspect when I find these all the time out in the middle of the grass, that might be one of the ulterior uses of this device. There's that Pontiac emblem. I dug this up, but I didn't get it on film. I've actually dug these up before, I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a destroyed laser pointer. I've probably dug up 6 or 7 of these over the years, but kind of neat. You can see the button there for it. Here's our silver for the week. We got 1 piece of silver. So you can see, of all the coins that I dug up, I only managed 1 piece of silver for the whole week. It's a nice one though. It's a 1928 Mercury dime. Some people call it a Winged Liberty dime. I think that's the appropriate name. You just picked up the name Mercury because someone thought it looked like the god Mercury. Not too bad. What else we got on the board? I guess I should talk about this one. That was quite a disappointment. I thought for sure I had my first piece dollar, but it's actually like a novelty magic trick coin that somebody apparently lost, and I happened to find. I was going to show you guys. This is not the first time I've been disappointed with something like this. Here are some other large coins that have been a little disappointing. I've actually found 3 Eisenhower dollars over the years, but they're just a little disappointing coming out of the ground. A nice silver dollar would be a little bit better, but I will certainly take Ike dollars. They're pretty neat. I got this years ago, a Triceratops coin that sounded great in the hole. So, some information about the Triceratops. What else we got here? We got ourselves a Mardi Gras coin that also sounded like a big silver dollar and came out of the ground looking good. And then this was a weird one 2 years ago that I dug up. This is a 1996 Atlanta Olympics coin that I think came in a box of cereal or something. So, nothing great, but still kind of interesting. Oh, there you go, General Mills. Forgot which company made that. And worst of all, I have found 2 Space Jam coins over the years. If you guys remember that movie from the 90s. One of these came out of a Civil War site, of course, and then the other one came from a site from the 1800s. So I've had bad luck with Space Jam coins. But that's the way metal detecting goes. I was going to ask you guys if anybody knows what this is, please let me know. A bunch of I think what is copper wiring, and this big piece of lead here at the bottom. Not sure what that would be. So if you guys have an explanation as to what this could be, I would appreciate it. And here are a couple other things that I found for the week. I got myself well, unfortunately my video kind of cut out there for a moment, but here's the rest of the stuff that we found. It's not much else. We got ourselves an inhaler. I found the inserts before, like I mentioned in the video. These come out of the ground pretty regularly, but I had never found a full inhaler before, which is kind of neat. Looks like a flow vent inhaler. So I hope somebody was able to get a new inhaler after they lost this. We got ourselves another e-cigarette of some sort. We've got ourselves a top, a big aluminum top, that the center of it is actually broken out. There would be a couple more pieces here that you could put a string on and spin. I actually had one of these as a kid. And then just a couple more pieces of brass and that compact. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We had a good week. We found a ton of change. I find a lot of this stuff just because I get a signal and then I pinpoint it because it's typically less than an inch or 2 under the ground, and I'm able to locate it pretty easily and pop it out of the ground quickly. So it makes detecting pretty quick for me. But I appreciate you guys watching so much. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you so much.